Emergencies are unpredictable, but you don't have to be unprepared. Peak Alerts sends you targeted emergency alerts in real time for the places that matter to you most, so you know what's happening and what to do next. Know first, act fast. That's the power of Peak Alerts.
Friends, welcome to the weekend. We're starting off with some low clouds as we thought would be the case. Haven't seen much in the way of any travel issues out there, but we have had some freezing fog and in a couple spots some freezing drizzle here and there. They've been really isolated, but it is something that we've been dealing with here. And so you can see the visibilities as the day gets underway, pretty low in some spots, down to less than half a mile in a couple areas, but we will work on improving the conditions from west to east as we move through the day today. So that is something to be aware of. We've been talking about it for the last few days. And I think by the time we hit the middle morning here, we're starting to get rid of the low clouds from west to east. It may take a little bit longer along the Arkansas River than some other areas, but eventually, even out east, I think we'll see the low clouds get out of here and we will get sunshine. The temperatures are the hardest part of the forecast for today. And I haven't changed my thoughts much here. I'm going to keep us in the 40s for areas kind of on the east side of Pueblo off to the east. Pueblo West probably gets a west wind. We end up in the 50s. Canyon City could hit 60. I think the north side of Colorado Springs in particular gets into the 50s, and it's just going to depend on if you have a northwest wind or if you keep a really light or even easterly wind of any miles per hour at all, you're going to be in that cooler air mass. And so the warmer air coming over the top of the hills, that'll be a little bit breezy in some spots, may bounce right over the top of that cooler air. And you see as we head through the afternoon across the eastern plains, we're keeping the wind really light. And so it's kind of a battle of air masses out there for our Saturday. And so I'm going to play the cooler side of things, keep areas in the 40s. And, you know, if you get west wind for an hour and you end up in the 50s, I doubt you'll be upset. Overnight, we're warmer. We're in the teens and 20s here, warmest along the foothills on what is going to be a stunning day on Sunday. I'm talking awesome. I mean, we're 60s for lots of areas east of the mountains. Mountains and valleys don't change much. That's kind of been the case here through the week, although I do think in some of the valley areas we nudge up a little bit on Sunday compared to what we'll have out there today. But the big mountain valleys are still in the 30s and 40s for the most part. And we get a bunch of sun on Sunday until we hit the afternoon with some high clouds start to come in, and we really notice those increasing as we head into early Monday as the pattern starts to change a little bit, and so will the wind by the time we hit Monday afternoon. I think that picks up a little bit on what'll be another warm day.